So, perfect. So, welcome to another edition of QBS Partner Business Survival Tips. My name is Viktoria Danek, and today I welcome Mr. Michael Zettl, board member of Business Systemhaus in Germany. Welcome, Mr. Zettl. Thanks for taking the time.
Hello.
With our business survival tips, we want to share experience on how to deal with the situation around COVID-19. As we all know, COVID-19 has led to a new kind of normal. First of all, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Zettl, what does this new normal look like for PSI in general and you personally?
Yeah, well, like for most of the companies at the moment, for us, it means a lot of doing home office. So at the moment, we face the situation that all of our workers are in the home offices. I think there are some back in our site, but yeah, normally we do our business from home, all the developers and even the people from the administration. We do a lot of meetings for sure. We have introduced daily meetups where we meet together with different teams, and we have some interchange meetups where the leaders of the different teams meet. And so we try to connect to each other because we don't see us every day again. And yeah, and for sure we do a lot of things that we normally do in person now online, for example, the workshops. So we do workshops, trainings, and all the stuff where we are normally working with people, and it's for a lot of customers a new experience. And yeah, but it works well. We are very satisfied with this. So I think for us as a technology company, it's not that big deal to work from home, like for our customers, for example, in production. What we really miss is our barbecue, because we often meet together as a team and eat some barbecue. And we are a very familiar or a company that is very close from the person to each other, and so we miss this time as a team. But we have meetups, online. For me personally, it means to sleep a bit longer. My wife and me wake up and we have to make sure that the children get ready for all their online meetings in school. So we wake them up and say, come on, let's go to your meeting. But it's from perspective from a family, it's good. So we meet for lunch, the whole family. We do more exercise together. And I think this is also something that is a good thing, besides all the strange things that happened today. And yeah, I think we're in a good mood here in our family. And now we are looking forward that the things get better and we can do more things outside again.
Oh, yes, I understand completely. Back to business perspective. COVID-19 caused, unfortunately, a lot for companies, disadvantages and outages. Did you take concrete actions to guarantee business continuity? So you mentioned you switched to online meetings every day. You try to do a lot of trainings, etc. But does business run as usual, or do you have to take concrete actions to guarantee business continuity?
Yeah, well, thank God we introduced Microsoft Teams last year already in our company, and we made the preparations that everybody can work from home, as besides the crisis. So we did it just because we wanted that it happens. And we finished this process about 2 weeks before the lockdown. So this was really not planned this way, but for example, we bought last year for every person in our company a Surface headphone, and so everybody was ready to make calls in a good way from home. And we changed our our telecommunication system, our phone, so we can operate from our homes, even the telephone system in the company, and we can phone with our company numbers to the customers. And this was, yeah, we were pretty ready, but not because of the disease, but because we wanted it anyway. And so for this reason, we don't had too much loss in productivity. So we even started the home office 1 week earlier than the most companies, and we wanted to test it. So we advised all the people to go work at home to test it, and then on this weekend we heard that the people should stay at home, so it was no test anymore. But we're very happy that the test worked well out, and I think we only had to order 2 more laptops for the administration team, but all the other people were ready to go. And to this point we had no problems, so everybody was healthy and we could continue our job here, and that we are very happy about this.
Okay, so for applications, as you mentioned, Microsoft Teams, also for Office 365, Corona was a really, really big booster. So many companies moved quickly into the cloud. Do you think that this boost or this spirit of optimism will also affect European CRM solution, which are a little bit bigger than Microsoft Teams?
Yes, I think so. I think the whole crisis will change the people's thinking about cloud computing. So I see a lot of people now starting with conference tools, for sure with Microsoft Teams, but also in the private sector with Zoom and other tools, Jitsi and so on. And for many people, I think they make good experiences with it because they have to do it now this way. And I think they don't will go back to the point where we were at 2 months ago. And for example, we had one customer that saw us how we use Teams, and so she came to us and said, I want also this in my company. And we took a look at their infrastructure and found out that she already has Teams for 1 year. So we said, there, you have everything. You can use it.
Get started.
And she didn't realize that she already could do it. And also the whole online conferencing is nothing very new. So we make online conferences since years, and it's nothing special. But now the people, they try to do it and they realize it's good. They now buy the hardware and they get ready for it. And so I think they realize that it's a good thing to being able to work from everywhere and to integrate people that normally are not can't be integrated in companies. And even if you have an ERP software like Business Central and so on, I think you don't have you're not such anxious about it anymore, and you see more also the problems of on-premises software, and this is something that normally was not seen so good. The disadvantages. The people always focused on the disadvantages of cloud computing, but now they also realize the disadvantages of on-premises software. And so we are pretty sure, and I think it already happens, that the people change to other solutions than they would have introduced some months ago.
And do you think it's you as IT company have a special responsibility to move your customers into the cloud, because then in such a situation like we have now. Yeah, they can be more flexible. They can do more business as usual. Do you think it's up now? It's the time up to you for providing perfect solution for that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's our business, so we are here for this. And a lot of our customers came just 1 minute after lockdown to us and asked us for help. But we also see a lot of customers that are trying to introduce the technologies themselves, what is okay. So the IT solutions, they just have to get ready somehow. But the huge problem we see, and I think the customers are now on the way also to see it, they introduce your technology without keeping an eye on governance and security and all the things you need in when you work regularly with this kind of software. And this is a knowledge where the companies, not always have. And I think this is something where know-how from companies like us is very helpful. So we can show them maybe in 1 or 2 months when they realize, we have now 150 teams and they are all named like they are overlapping and they are not organized and everybody has a team and no one knows which teams are there and which members they have, and we have guests and we don't know what guests this are. And so all these questions now come up, and I think we have to get we have to clear up the mess somehow the next month. And this is our role maybe in this game, and we have a lot of experience with this from our own project in our company, but we are also made a lot of modern workplace projects the last 2 years in companies, and with SharePoint for about 7 years. And so we are looking forward to this, and we see that the companies now see that it's necessary also to invest in this new work experience, because a lot of companies tend to focus very much on ERP and core processes, but now we realize that the processes around this are also very important. And this is a field that probably was not so the focus in the last years, and I think it will get more in the focus for next years.
We hope so. We all hope so. Working online is nothing new for you personally, and you have shared a lot of experience and best practices on social media like LinkedIn in the past weeks. What are your top 5 recommendations for companies that are not fully arrived in the cloud yet?
Well, I think the most important point for me personally is that the company have to start with changing the mindset, because the tools, they are there now. They are in the company, they are licensed, but the people are not ready to use them how you have to use them. And this is something you can't buy. You can't buy a mindset. You can change a mindset by writing an email and declare that now we have to do it this way. So this is a change management process. And I think that is the most difficult part at the moment. And especially companies that didn't, not a lot in the last years in this field, now have to change their own mindset. So the leaders have to change their mindset, and we have to be a good example. And then they also will be able to use the tools in the right way. So because it makes no sense to do all the things just a bit more digital and continue the same thinking like in the last years. And we see this often, that there's new technology in companies, but the management still works in their old mindset, and the people, they realize it, and so they don't follow. So my biggest advice would be to think about and care for the right mindset, to start with changing mindset. And I think the most important part is that the leaders start with using the tools for sharing their thoughts, their ideas, to be open, also to be a beginner, so that they are confess that they are beginner, and tell that there are people that they also have to start new. And I think also the people that are not that happy about new technology, they will follow when they see the leaders also start from scratch and they're together on a way. So for me personally, I don't see it as a technology topic. I see it really as an organizational topic. And the best advice for me would now to start a change in the thinking of a company and to make the companies ready. And then you also can use the tools accordingly in the next 12 months. And then a lot of things happens from alone. You don't have to push it like hell, because the people ask themselves, could we do this with Teams? Could we do this with SharePoint? Could we do this better? When they once have the mindset. I think now where a lot of parents see how their children work with Zoom meetings. So our children, they are doing, I think we have 3 or 4 conference apps now on every device here in our family, and they know all the apps. And I think also the parents now, when they do the work, they will start to think about, why are our kids working more effectively than we do at work? And then we'll change something. So so maybe this is a bit disappointing for you, but I don't think that technology will be the answer. It will be a great help, but it starts in how the people think and how we work with their people, and that they have also fun with doing what they do.
Yeah, fun. You mentioned at the beginning your barbecue, your regular barbecue at BSH.
Yes.
And how do you, the last question I want to ask you is, how do you use Teams or other online applications to keep the team spirit on a high level? So I think that's a very huge thing, you know?
Yeah, actually, that is I think it's the hardest part. So for a lot of things, online tools are great, but especially things that are working on a level from psychology and seeing each other to see how someone feels, and so is a weakness of this software. And so, for example, our company, we are normally we travel with our team every year somewhere in Europe. So we were in Tenerife and in Austria last year, and I think this time together as a team in Tenerife or somewhere where we were hiking, this is now the thing that keeps us also together when we are in our homes. So we know each other, we know how they are as a person, we know the family, we know sometimes the wife and the babies. And so there is, I think, a lot of the things already happened. So that's the first thing. I think you can't, like with the mindset, you can't now produce all the things. I think a lot of things you have to take care for before. And so we now have this advantage that we have are connected through our experiences in this time from the past. And now we just have to keep it fresh, and we do it with the meetups. And we also encouraged our people not only to talk about what is necessary, but like in the company, when they're at the coffee machine, they talk about other things, and they talk about how they feel and what the family is doing. And we encourage them also to do it when they are arriving 5 minutes before an online meeting, or they have some time left. And I think that at the moment there's not a lot more you can do because you are not able to meet.
But there will be a time after coronavirus.
Yeah, we think so. There will be a time, and it will be another time. And I think there will be a lot of things that we will be worth more than in the past. So we realize it is worth being together and make workshops in person, to make trainings in person with people. That makes more fun. So I think this will be great to see this again coming. But I think there are a lot of things, and we will not, we don't want to miss in the future. And let's try to pick out something good from the bad things that are around us. So this is our way, how we try to deal with it.
So thank you very much, Mr. Zettl, for sharing your experience with us. Thank you.
No problem.